So I was wondering what your perspective was about the preservation of the Bible and the Quran.
Right, the Quran has never been changed.
Never been changed. So there's only one Quran.
Yeah, there's only one version of the Quran.
Only one version of the Quran.
Yeah, and since then, like, people have been able to recite it. Even if all the Qurans were burned, we'd be able to.
Right. Because the oral tradition, you know exactly what it is, so you can recite it.
I can't recite it, but people can memorize it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, brothers can.
So do you accept that there's 10 qira'at of the Quran, 10 different readings?
Sure.
Okay, but those 10 different readings are obviously different, right?
Okay.
So if they're different, then there's not one Quran, there's 10 Qurans.
Okay.
So do you take that back, there's only one Quran?
That's the first time I've heard that.
Well, no, well, I mean, I said it to you, you accepted it, so I assume you know about it, right? You're not just taking my word for it.
What are the 10 versions?
No, so there's different recitations, just like there's different accents. There's a British accent, there's a Texas accent, there's an English accent.
They're not accents.
Different accent. Who are you going to believe, a Muslim or a Christian?
So,
really? Is that what it boils down to? Just believe.
The difference between the qira'at? Like,
yeah, of course. So there's a famous one. Muhammad Jab will tell you this. I had a chat with him about it. So you have in Surah Al-Fatiha, you have ayah 4. I think it's ayah 4. Ayah 4, Maliki al-Madin or Maliki al-Madin. Owner or king in Arabic. They're two different words. So if you want to read up about this, you can get a book called the 10 Qira'at of the Noble Quran by Dr. Fidel Suleiman, who works for the Bridges Foundation in Cairo, which is a Dawah institute. And he's wrote a book about it, where he translates the Quran into English, but not just in one reading, he does it for all 10. So you can read the differences in the Quran for all different 10 valid readings according to Islamic scholars.
Great.
Cool. So do you accept then that the Quran is not perfectly preserved?
No, I'll read that book and I'll see if that's the case. It's the first time I've heard that.
Okay. Well, all right. I think you can see the point that the Quran isn't perfectly preserved, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
That's according to you.
Well, that's according to the scholars I quoted. I mean, you can ask Muhammad Hijab, he has the same view.
Because the question is, which one is divinely revealed?
Well, it gets a bit more complicated because there's supposed to be 7 aluf.
Also, keep in mind that you guys are Christians. You guys misinterpret everything.
So that's called ad hominem.
Why would we
That's called ad hominem.
That's you think a man is God.
That's ad hominem. Ad hominem. Calm down. No need to attack someone.
No, I mean,
it's just ad hominem.
Common sense.
Ad hominem means against them. It's a fallacy that people use in debate when they can't actually address the point.
I'm having a conversation.
So let's address the point. So according to Islamic Sunnah, the Hadith, Muhammad says there is 7 viable different ways that you can recite the Quran. They're called the Aruf. I can get the Hadith, it's Sahih al-Bukhari and others as well. So that must mean there are 7 ways of reciting the Quran. But according to your scholars, there's 10. How did that happen?
That's the first time I'm hearing that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You should look it up. Because what people are saying is that actually, Uthman canonized the Quran. Do you know about that canonization process?
No.
Okay, so the third caliph.
People like that.
Yeah, so Uthman put together a committee around 652 time to around 656. And he put together this committee to collect different Quranic materials from different places because there were reports of people arguing about what the Quran was because they differed. He then decided to standardize it into one Qurayshi dialect, to one standard reading. And then he burnt all the other Quranic materials and he sent it out to the 5 different cities. My point is that if there's meant to be 7 readings, where are they?
I don't know. Where do you think they are?
I think they were destroyed. I think that 6 out of 7 valid readings for your Quran are destroyed and they're not preserved. 6 out of 7 is a majority. It's a vast majority.
Who do you think destroyed them?
Uthman.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. We don't know. I mean, it's a scholarly question. We don't actually know what Uthman destroyed. It just says that there were Quranic manuscript material that was destroyed. It was burnt, but they never elaborate on what that was. So in effect,
you don't think you're just projecting about how all the
is this another ad hominem?
Just
another ad hominem? Okay, it's ad hominem.
Projecting?
That's a
all the Bible.
Hold on.
You don't think you're just projecting?
Hold on.
You're going to speaker's corner.
That's a two-core fallacy.
You're just projecting your insecurity.
Ad hominem.
That's a two-core fallacy. Whether it was or was not the case that the Bible was preserved or not.
Because that's why I know it's about Christians. You guys just project your insecurities about your religion.
You going? Whoa. You going? It walked off. Right. That was the quickest debate ever.